Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with some more American Civil War for you here today as we return with the American Civil War Total War mod, like number 2, I believe it is. It's not the original one, but it is the second iteration of it. And we are here with another replay for you here as we have the Union forces already pushing here on the Confederate position, which they are like entrenched here on this. We've got Longstreet's Corps here ready to go. I don't know if there's any other. We have got multiple armies. We've got Longstreet's Corps, we've got Hardee's Corps, and then the Army of Vicksburg is there as well. And then over on the other side, we do have the 20th Corps here for the Union. That's more the 20th Corps there. We've got the 17th Corps, and then all the way over here we have 17th Corps as well. Maybe we have more. Oh, we have army. This is a Confederate troops right in the back here. Didn't even see this. This is a little cavalry units in behind enemy lines here. Gonna see them get taken out in a second hit. And there you go. They're gonna be slaughtered there. Rip a piece of them. That's first blood, I guess, to the Union forces. They're taking out that. But yeah, I think maybe two. No, they're in 5th Corps, all the way over there, hidden right in the corner. Didn't even see that. Look at that. There's an entire army just stood in this tiny little area here, and they're getting ready to go forward as well. These are the Zouaves, if I remember. I think they're like technically like that's like inspiration of like the French army, if I can't remember. So that's quite cool. I don't know why we haven't got the unit details, but we don't. I think I must have reinstalled the mod incorrectly. I was having a little bit of a pain with it. I don't know why. It's not the end of the world, though. We have already played, and we have the glorious unit in action. That's all you need to see. There you go. So they have no. These guys have no guns. I don't know why they have no guns. They have no guns. These guys have guns, though, so evidently it must just be an issue with that unit, maybe, because it is a cavalry unit that's dismounted. It's a very cool thing that you do see in ACW. Is basically cavalry units can dismount and become like dragoons, like they are sort of like historically. Basically, they were basically mounted infantry that could move forward really quickly and duel with the enemy. These are pretty big units as well, 104-man units. And they're doing damage here. As you can see, they're nearly redlining and nearly routing this Confederate unit here. It's forced back. As well, and yeah, a lot of dead bodies there. The outer defenses here already sort of being abandoned a little bit by Longstreet's Corps. I've got huge artillery batteries as well. Another iconic thing with this mod is, yeah, the size of these batteries is absolutely ginormous. Look at this. I mean, that's it was a 6-gun battery. It has lost a gun already. One of them being taken out by Union artillery. I do remember when we're covering this mod, like counter artillery sort of like tactics is just huge. You need to take out each other's artillery, then you go after like infantry. But look at this. This is a grand battery if I've ever seen one here set up, and that is going to be just absolutely annihilating any Union forces that come up close. I can see that they're using the tree line to sort of like hide their army, but they probably want to try and swing around and hit from a different direction. This also looks really like a strong defense here as well. It's this tiny little unit here. I don't know why it says question mark, but it is just tiny. But yeah, like some huge units here as well in the Confederates. But yeah, like scale in this mod is absolutely massive. Like some units are just ginormous. The average, yeah, like infantry units 150 plus, quite often pushing 200-300 in some cases. But yeah, it looks like 17th Corps here is some troops waiting. They're going to swing in at the right decisive moment. But yeah, we will see. We will see. But yeah, you guys seem to enjoy the American Civil War action last time we showed it off. So I thought we'd bring it back. I've got a couple of videos, replays I want to show up to you guys. Don't worry though, I have not forgot about Napoleon Total War either. We will be back with some more Napoleonic action very, very soon as well. More streams as well. But for those of you that love American Civil War history, maybe if you're from America, or maybe if you're from Europe and just have a real passion this era and this conflict that like push off a little bit more often. I know a lot of you guys watching are from the States, so yeah, you probably want to see a little bit more about your history. So like I said, being a European and having no real knowledge about the American Civil War, I can't really comment on it, and also I guess I can't really comment on it as much because I don't have the unit details as well. on some units. But I know Longstreet sort of rings a bell for some reason. I don't know why, but he does. Must be a pretty, like, up there with, like, Jackson being very famous Confederate commander. But I don't know why he rings a bell for some reason. Someone could probably tell me a bit more about the history of him. But yeah, his artillery here is getting absolutely battered. Hardy's cannons is getting nearly taken out. Actually, where are the Union cannons? Let's have a quick look. Oh yeah, you can't miss them. The range on them is insane. At this point, like, cannons are rifled, so yeah, they can shoot for a long, long way and quite accurately as well. And well, most of them well now at this point equipped with rifles. So that is why, like, the losses for the American Civil War, the Americans take more losses in the American Civil War than they do in any other conflict combined. It makes sense because you are, like, literally Americans killing Americans, so each death, well, is of course going to be in America. It's going to be pretty costly. The wars usually are more costly than any other war. Yeah, it's insane to be fair. Like, I think America's a very young country in the case of most things. In the case of most countries, sorry. But yeah, they've been in a lot of wars already. Yeah, this war, one of the most bloody.
All its ammunition, sir.
But yeah, look at this. You can see the Union forces kind of being pushed back. I'm surprised the infantry's not pushed forward here. Whether they're well, there's artillery over here also kind of suffering as well. Looks like this is getting. I mean, this is actually he's done a pretty good job. I was going to say it's getting absolutely smashed by the Grand Battery, but the Grand Battery has actually lost two units. Its first row is gone. The second row is still very much in the game. But yeah, the Union artillery here is doing a good job. I mean, yeah, they've taken a fair few losses as well with carriages and infantry. Ripping a piece of that guy. But yeah, they're doing a decent job. There is more artillery back here hidden in the woods. This one might be having a bit more joy, I wonder. Yeah, this is all 5th Corps here. 5th and 20th Corps. I don't know if there's any more artillery here. This is all 5th Corps primed and ready to go. Yeah, Confederates are starting to lose infantry as well. You can see here pushing forward. Longstreet and Hardy here taking some casualties, but it won't be long, I don't think, until the 20th Corps force back to their own start lines here. Yep, already some of their men starting to break here. Yeah, if you're enjoying ACW and you want to see more of it on the channel, just generally want to see more Black Powder action, more Total War on your screens, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're on here. We're working towards 15k subs, so if you want to get involved with helping us get towards that milestone, you know what to do. They're trying to remount. Looks like they are. And if you want to send in your own replays, whether it's for ACW or whether it's for any other war game or mod, do send them into my Discord. The link, as always, is down below in the description, as will the link for the mod if you maybe wanted to try it out for the first time. But yeah, there you go. Cavalry has been routed. Some infantry is pushing forward here. The army of Vicksburg is pushing forward. And he's going to be met by 17th Corps here, who is now coming out. So yeah, they're drawing the Confederates out of their defenses. An interesting map, I will admit. We'll just kind of give it a look at it. Look at it. And say, I think this is Her Ridge. I think it's down as. It's Gettysburg, I think is what it said when loading in. Whether that is the correct map, I don't know. But yeah, it looks awesome. And they're down to 1 battery here. This is crazy. Unless we just can't see any others if they just disappear with the fog of war, which is also potential, but usually artillery doesn't get hidden because usually you just set up and start blasting. It does seem like the Confederates are moving forward. We've got a general there. But yeah, here come the Confederates. Longstreet's forces coming forward along with Hardy. No one being allowed to get back to their horses. There you go, first bayonet charge going in. Imagine, yeah, I was going to say this Union unit here should probably lose because it's going to be outnumbered already.
Our men are running,
weaker. And it's a cavalry unit at the end of the day. It's this kind of cavalry. It's not actual infantry. But some of the size of these Union units here. Look at this one, 325 men in a unit. That is insane. And they got 246. Like there's some giant units, 350. That's the biggest one yet I've seen. Yeah, another 350 there. Like, that is just ginormous. Oh, this unit's doing. What are you shooting at? Oh, to be fair, there's plenty of Confederate troops to be shooting at there. I'd just be maybe concerned about the one on your left there, boys. That's more the concern I'd have. Yeah, it looks like a line fight is about to set up here. I'd certainly say the Confederates have lost the artillery fight. You can see a lot of their artillery is all running. General back here coming forward, the army of Vicksburg. He's not been brought forward as yet. Needs to be soon, but they're about to... Well, they're giving up their defenses. As I said, the Union forces still have troops over here, but they look like they are shifting down the line now. Now that everyone is looking like they're going to get involved. I'd maybe just kind of mobilize in this forest line here, and then hit the side of this Confederate force. With cavalry and infantry, that could be very, very dangerous there. Like hitting together. Infantry here already pretty battered. 99 out of 170. I think these guys aren't shooting in the back line. They're doing some serious friendly fire here. The mod looking beautiful as always. Can't even see the Confederates through the smoke. There you go. Go on, send these damn rebels back to where they came from. There you go. I think that's the final cavalry over here getting taken out. At least the last one that did not get back to friendly lines at least. I don't know if some of them just managed to retreat. We've got, yeah, like huge... Another force here. This is 5th Corps coming forward now.
Men are running,
healthy.
sir.
He's going to be able to swing into the side here. Looks like, yeah, 14th and 20th Corps are going to take up the... 17th Corps, not 14th Corps. 17th Corps and 20th Corps are going to take up the center here. 5th's kind of taking on Longstreet. Longstreet is going to be facing off against 5th by the looks of it. That's an 11 point against an 11 point. I think they might all be 11 points. So I don't think that's going to be the end of the world yet. I don't think anyone's... Yeah, I think everyone's going to be evenly matched. And here come the Union force. Are they pushing forward? Just like, are they going for a melee? It might be, actually. Stars and Stripes getting ready. Typically, I feel like the Union armies are usually bigger than the Confederates, but the Confederates usually are better well trained, at least election shooting. I could be wrong in that entirely, I might be, but usually just like, I mean, the unit sizes for the Union armies is just usually bigger. We've seen it's like 350. I haven't seen anything near that size yet for the Confederates. But they're really good at melee, if I remember the Confederates. From my minimal experience with this mod. I love how the horses are just kind of vibing between both sides. Is someone gonna just, you know, get rid of them? Apparently not. I'm just gonna fight between the horses. That was a wise idea. The Union forces go in. They've got a general coming up here as well. I think he's gonna pop. Yeah, he's coming close for inspires. Yeah, I think we're gonna see 20th Corps. He's going into melee. Interesting move here. Actually, I was gonna say I would have thought they like these units here with 350 men and then just blast the way through. And that's a pretty sizable Confederate unit here. But yep, they're just going straight into melee. Jeez, good brutally volley to go in. And yeah, I was going to say, the Union does not look to do so well in there. Artillery coming in as well. Howitzers is going off. Both sides are taking a few hits here. I mean, yeah, this one's getting absolutely bad as well. 170 out of 229. Certainly the Confederate line looking very thin. There isn't a lot in reserve. Well, yeah, Union forces seem to have like just endless numbers here. And they certainly are not helped, like I said, by losing that artillery fight, I'd say, on the Confederates.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Red line is starting to happen. If they break one of these, I imagine they're all going to go. More Confederates going in. Hardy's Corps really trying to fight that one out. And there you go. Like I said, it's on a route, and I think all three of them have gone. I think some of them might be even shattered. Nice side shots there, though. And that's actually caused the Union forces to break there. And they're routing. They're shattered. They're not coming back. That's crazy. Yeah, some of these are broken. But yeah, that's huge there. Both sides trading. Nice line fight going along here between Longstreet and 5th Corps. Certainly looks like Longstreet is losing out on this one. Already having traded a little bit as well early on, fighting that cavalry. Men and maybe a little bit sick and tired of cycling in and out, fresh units. You need to be conscious though, 20th Corps is pushing forward. We've got upgrades going for some units here. Nice. Chevron's going in for the Confederate boys there. There you go, more melees going in. Here comes here comes 17th Corps though with his cavalry. He's going to dismount it and shoot it. I mean, personally, I'd just try, if you can with the Pathfinder, go through the gap here. And then try and swing in behind. To seem like, yeah, Army of Vicksburg's bringing more and more troops to the fore. That is a huge unit there. Hardy's Corps. Where the heck has this been? More of them over here as well, I was going to say. Yeah, like, they've got some big units here that are being kept in reserve. Why are they shooting? Oh, I don't know. Maybe they're shooting at the Cav? That's the only thing I can think of, that they maybe, like, got a sight in their sights. Well, they did. Anyway, that is some more reserves going forward here. Confederates are still fighting down here.
Our men are running.
Confederates, though they're getting chevrons, are not necessarily winning these fights. There you go, routing. I don't know if you saw that, but their like flags are battered now because they've been losing that fight. Kind of cool. Here we go, another melee fight going in, and it looks again like 5th Corps initiating that fight. Union going in against Confederates in a melee fight. Interesting. Interesting, I won't lie. I was going to say holding the line, and then literally as I said that, everything started a red line here, and yet Longstreet I think is going to just, oh my gosh, yeah, that's not good at all. 5th Corps is doing a good job. I mean, yeah, this just seems, look at this, more men coming forward. I don't know why they were delayed in coming forward, what the delay is, but yeah, they should have had all their troops to start with, I feel like, because they're getting picked apart bit by bit here as the Confederates. Confederates again pushed back here, but they've done some good damage to the Union forces. And most of the time, yeah, it looks like the Union are losing in these combats, requiring like side shots or sometimes a small miracle to beat the Confederates in melee. There's a lot of dead bodies here as well for the Union. They are taking a lot of casualties. Like I said, in my opinion, when I like watching these two sides, I feel like the Union is always just relying on their sheer numbers. It's kind of what it relies on to kind of just beat the Confederates. You smother its way through. But some of Longstreet's men starting to return, which is good to see. Fire when ready. Boys in blue. Yeah, everyone using rifles in a Napoleonic style, it just causes like huge casualty rates because you're literally firing to a huge blobbed mass with a very accurate weapon. It's like, unlike a musket, where you are like, you know, there's a high chance you might still miss. But the rifle is, it's really a no doubt. You point and aim. Then pray you don't get hit yourself. There you go, Union's breaking there. Union center's kind of thinning out a little bit. Like that unit, the next unit's going to go in. Like this unit's going to break as well. And the units behind are pretty small, 140, 125. Union's going to have to come back. Like I said, I think 5th Corps is going to have to be the one that goes break through here. 20th Corps is being slammed there by some Hardy's
running,
Corps. I mean, 5th Corps also still struggling a little bit here. I thought they had Longstreet's Corps on the run. Not yet in the bag, but I'd still say that they've got the advantage. They just need to set up and just get their mass going. And really take advantage of this center here. The center, this sort of like chink in the line. 20th Corps there managed to hold by looks of it. It's a messy one, that's for sure. It's a very messy one. Cavalry's all dismounted by the looks of it. They're gone. We've got one back here. Oh no, they've still got quite a bit of cav back here. I bring all this forward at this point. That one's actually, yeah, remounted, so that's one of the originals that went into battle. But I just set up, I think, yeah, this is the cavalry here, isn't it? Yeah. I think this is the case, potentially. I just, again, just try and swing in. I would have thought a little bit of cavalry could have been of good use. You know, nothing. I don't think square is actually a formation that, you know, the Americans will use, or even, you know, would know how to use. Cavalry warfare is not quite the same in America like it is in Europe. But I'd at least try to do some damage with cavalry, try and, you know, get behind. It's a morale game, is ACW, a bit like like NCW. You want to try and break stuff quickly. Yep, still both grinding it out right now. Still more opportunity, I feel like, here to take advantage. Like, both 5th and 20th Corps need to commit a little bit of reserves and just kind of, like, you know, get down the side here, Longstreet, get down the side of Hardy, try and push out. Hardy's big boy unit now arriving onto the field. That's going to be able to take up some scats to the line. And Union, having had the initial advantage, I don't know if it has it anymore. Both sides trading units there. 17th Corps forced, well, looks like it was forced back by Vicksburg. Let's do American, Native American warfire. There you go. This is looking a little bit dodgy here for the Union. They've got units stacked there to the Confederates. That's going to make a nice big blob. But Evanley's not working. I don't know if the friendly fire's a thing, but maybe not. Confederates carry on. Look like they're going to slam through these Union units here. Yep, through them, and now they have a sort of like a potential flank here. They can either go and deal with what remains of the 17th Corps over here, or they can slam into the side of the larger force of the 17th Corps. Fifth Corps going into melee again. Bayonets twirling to both sides. Oh my gosh. Good volleys off in the last second. They can probably break a charge. Fifth Corps here starting to side charge this unit here. You can break this unit. Yep, there you go. They got a couple. Broken that, and I think that's actually 5th Corps gone. Sorry, Longstreet's Corps gone. Yeah, Longstreet's fully out. 5th Corps has won, but it's cost him a lot. It's got a lot left. It's pretty much got like one line of infantry remaining. Hardy looks like he's kind of getting repulsed here, just about. So we are back, and I think we're pretty much where we left off. I was just trying to keep an eye on when, like, 5th Corps basically pretty much broken through Longstreet, and we're pretty much there. Unfortunately, the replay did crash, but yeah, Longstreet's Corps is pretty much done. But so while 5th Corps is having a lot of success on that side, as you see here, 17th Corps is kind of being forced back here by the army of Vicksburg. I feel like they kind of slowed the numbers a little bit, but it's hard to tell. And there you go, there goes Cavalry going in finally. Seeing Cavalry being used in its actual natural environment rather than being dismounted. And there go the boys, hacking and slashing in. They're going to go through Hardy's Corps there. I mean, they could try and hit the back lines there. I mean, like, look how close some of the 20th Corps units are here. to a Hardy's Corps. 20th Corps is pretty much gone as a fighting force as well. 5th Corps is pretty much all that remains. Cavalry's going to be able to just go straight back in again. It is winded. It probably can just kind of hit this next unit, stop it from shooting as much as possible. And then soon, yeah, I was going to say Longstreet. I mean, I'd just start moving if I was 5th Corps. Longstreet's Corps gone. That is not returning. But the cavalry might break here. You never know. Come back and win this decisively. It's pretty battered up. Yeah, Vicksburg kind of holding on here.
Running, sir.
Yeah, a lot of success for Union on their right flank. Confederates had a lot of success on their right flank. Though, like I said, I feel like they still got a lot of assets here. Union still has a lot of cav over here, which I don't know why it's looking... Oh, I see why it's looking over here. There's now actually Confederate cav swinging on around here. Hardy's Corps. The big cav unit here, keeping an eye on that. They need to keep an eye on that. That's probably coming after the artillery, which there is still plenty of Union artillery in the field here. They probably need to try and... you know, fall back on the guns, use the guns to try and smash through the Confederate lines here. Cavalry is finally routing there. Oh, is that routing, or is that just like the cavalry that's like, you know, I think that's the cavalry that's just finally broken. Like the horses have finally run, potentially. Oh no, these are cavalry with riders on, so that is just that cavalry that's finally broken against Hardy. This is an entirely different one, 5th Corps. Just swinging behind. All they need to do, the artillery here is formed up, as you can see. Vicksburg's infantry is still going in here. 20th Corps here getting caught out. It's actually going to be them that's going to be in a bit of trouble here, potentially. Though, there is a lot of wavering going on from some of these Vicksburg units here as fresh Union units go in. The artillery here can absolutely shred infantry, and there goes Union cavalry going straight on in, going between lines. I think it's going up to the general there. That's what they were aiming for, but the cavalry has broken. There's a sneaky little move that hasn't quite paid off here. Union infantry, though, has been successful and has defeated some of the army of Vicksburg in front of them. 20th Corps holds on just about. 17th, if anything, needs to push forward once again and like keep that pressure up. Artillery here still firing away. The 5th Corps needs to get really aggressive here as well. Use his artillery and his infantry to just shred what remains of Hardy's Corps, and then go to the side of the Vicksburg army as well. Cavalry's actually returned to the back lines there as well for the Union. I don't know if that's really going to matter. They are rejoining up, and they might be able to, you know, give it another go, push the rear of Vicksburg here. But yeah, 17th needs to push forward. And just put pressure on. It looks like units are returning here for 20th Corps as well, which is good to see. Artillery has finally broken. I think that has been because of, you know, small arms fire from the infantry. I don't think there's any. Oh no, there is still one Confederate artillery. And actually, no, I take it back. There's plenty of Confederate artillery still alive. So yeah, it had just been hidden that entire time. Still bombarding away. They are going to try and wrap up the Confederates here. 5th Corps is moving in. The army of Vicksburg is taking casualties here. Artillery still going off from the Union forces. And yeah, 17th Corps needs to just push hard now. Cavalry. I mean, I'd send this cav just go and silence all the artillery in the back lines if they can. Winded, but that's all. Still some pretty big formations here from the Confederates. Yes, I don't know how many of these guys are going to necessarily return. I think they won that general yet. Hardy's gen has been slain. And that is going to be his army. I would have thought pretty much done when it comes to morale. There you go, the cavalry has gone, but they've succeeded in what they needed to do, and that is taking out that general. I think that's the only general that's actually taken out. I think Longstreet just broke. Oh no, these are Vicksburgs. It is looking like GG here for the Confederacy, just about. Oh no, I was going to say, it doesn't look like how the cav fight, but there is indeed been a cav fight there, and it looks like, again, the Union forces won that cav fight there. But yeah, it doesn't look like they lost any sort of guns either, which is a good result there for the Union forces. They keep pushing forward. So many dead horses here, and that's just because they dismounted. Just been gunned down since in friendly fire. Yeah, Hardy's Corps is just going to break through. I think just because of general loss, I would have thought army losses is going to take the cause soon against Vicksburg, but maybe not. Maybe it's not as bad as I think. Maybe because with the artillery still involved, they can still kind of win this against Union forces. Maybe that's what the AI, well not AI, but you know the mechanics of the mod say. Maybe. Yeah, it looks like, I was going to say, it looks like Vicksburg, as soon as they get close to other routing units, they're in a little bit of trouble here. There's not a lot of healthy units left for the Union forces either. They have been absolutely battered in this one. It's been a good fight. It's nicely done by the Union forces that they baited out the Confederates. Confederates are kind of coming in like drips and drabs. I guess maybe just struggling to get their pathfinding across, coming across maybe the river there. I also think maybe the artillery just kind of like a little bit just sort of detached for the Confederates, maybe not on the front lines. I know they don't need to shoot from like they can shoot from a million miles away. I also just feel like because there's so much artillery here, they're kind of blocked by this building, and also maybe by their own troops. They weren't getting a clear line of sight at the Union troops. Confederacy actually going in here. The Army of Vicksburg, I think they should get routed here. I was going to say side shots from 5th Corps, side charges should do the damage.
Our men are
I'd
running,
have thought,
sir.
but no. The man just got that unit. Maybe they're not done yet. And the Zorbs as well getting charged here. Nice. One last hurrah here for the Confederacy. Just blast them. Just blast friend and foe. Take everyone out. Don't know what might need to happen here. Yeah, this is a healthy Confederacy unit here. Finally routed. That was Hardy's Corps. Yeah, these guys are finally getting chased off the battle map. Vicksburg there. They had some general, they could actually get... sorry, if they had a cavalry, they could get that general. I think they are going after it now. Here, literally, as I say that, cavalry appears, and they are going to run down as much infantry as possible. I think there's a pull-through there. That was a horrendous pull-through, actually, by the cavalry. It's routed. Like I said, I don't know why they didn't just go for the general over here. It's the obvious target, I felt like. I don't know, there's still one very healthy cav unit, a 145-man unit here. That dashes around the side of the forces of the Army of Vicksburg. What is it? Oh, they're bringing the artillery across now. This should have happened a long time ago. Yeah, I think they are just going to mass out here in a second. Often that is the case. And the gen broken? I don't know. I think he has. I think he was over here. There he is. He's broken yet. That is going to be GG. But the Union cab broke as well. Yeah, we'll just fast forward now because that is pretty much all we're waiting for. I might even make a cut until you guys see the end result. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a moment, as it looks like the Union forces have won here today. So here we are with the end results. This one was sent in, I believe, by the I think by the Wolf Gamer King. Sent this one in. I could be wrong. I do apologize if it was someone else that sent it in. But yeah, thank you for sending this one in, guys. I very much appreciate it. I mean, huge kills for Wolf here with his army, as one of the Union armies. Well done to him, to Uncle Larry and Ghost Rider. Yeah, actually, when I was fast forwarding, there was like a little bit of cav action. The Confederates still had a cav, and they actually managed to sneak and get a general of the Union army before it got routed by, I think, by some Union cavalry, which is kind of crazy. Imagine if they managed to do that earlier. It could have been a very, very different game. But yeah, huge kills for both sides. I mean, the armies are massive, so there's no surprise there. But yeah, there are the kills for the U. They haven't got any unit names. Like I said, I must have installed something slightly wrong for no unit names to be put there. But yeah, big kills for everything, if you want to have a look at that. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy the ACW action. If you did and you want to see more of this mod, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment show support. I will try and do some historical scenarios or battles. It'll be kind of fun to see. But otherwise, we'll just keep it up with the customs if you guys want to keep seeing them. But until next time, I'll see you all later.